Hey guys, welcome back to the TTQL course. This is, of course, Eddie Petrie, your guide throughout, and wanted to talk more about the differing attributes of the course and how you can integrate it into what you do on a daily basis and sort of the foundation behind it as well. So I'm going to go into it a little bit. One of the things I'm going to go into through this course as well, you'll see is anecdotes from my leadership time building the $100 million company and how it can impact you to this day, and then a lot of the other nuances, so to speak. That's the difference between reading something and actually utilizing it, giving you a sense of how to put it into action, because you're going to be faced with so many different things that are going to come flying at you from all different directions. You're going to think you have it under control one day, then the next day it's going to be completely different. Quick story to tell you, I'm an IT trainer. Yeah, Microsoft certified trainer, Cisco certified trainer, really sharp dude. And I get up to the training center and I find him sleeping in one of the training rooms. And there's a whole bunch of articles of clothing laying around. There's a mattress, and you can't make this up. There's a hot plate. And this training centers were, they were compact, but they were also state of the art. They had their own areas where you could, cook food, if you were, in class for a couple hours, like a little cafeteria. But he actually moved everything into the classroom. So the only thing I was missing was a lava lamp and some candles. That would have been a perfect little spot for him to actually crash every night. So I asked him, I said, what's going on? He said, well, this center is so nice. I didn't think I needed to have a place to live at the time. And I said, listen, you can't be living in here, because if students show up and they see this, what kind of reflections are going to be on our organization and on yourself as a trainer? So you're going to lose all respect, all credibility, all authority. And we could at least, limit our exposure to tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for that one particular training center. And the conversation was not held as a military type conversation where you will do what I tell you to do or else you'll be fired. It was an understanding of what's going on in your life, what caused you to come here and think that you could stay here, and just give me an explanation of what's going on. Well, found out that there were some issues going on at home, and he got thrown out by his wife. So he really had nowhere to go. He thought he didn't feel like getting a motel room, and he thought just be for like a day or two and no one would find out. And I said, all right, cool. I said, so here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to report this. I just need you to get it cleaned up today. Go find a hotel, motel, and work out everything there. That way, everything is copacetic and kosher. We won't have any issues with students. You'll be okay. You'll know that we understand what's going on. We're here to support you, and never had an issue from that at all. And actually became one of our lead trainers and one of our most highly reviewed trainers in our organization. So there's just one idea of using empathy in a situation, not letting yourself get caught up in the emotions, and trying to figure out a solution to the problem. What's really driving it and what's really impacting your person. So to get into it, what we're talking about here is tech leadership, right? And tech leadership in a nutshell these days can feel like juggling flaming chainsaws while blindfolded on a unicycle. Now, numbers scream and deadlines loom, and somewhere in the chaos, your brilliant tech wizards are muttering about information overload and burnout blues, as you call it. But here's the thing. Fear not, my weary coder or spreadsheet warrior and trainer extraordinaire. There's a new path to tech leadership. And in that path, what we find is that it doesn't involve meditation, exotic retreats, or wellness fads. It's called Transformational Total Quality Leadership, TTQL. And it is a variation of what's been going on for years. It blows away Six Sigma. It incorporates a lot of the empathy, the nuances in leadership, and it's about to revolutionize your traditional emotional approach to leadership that you see in a lot of management. Because what you see is a lot of people that go into leadership, but they don't really know how to put it all together. It's as if someone has experienced in eating a chocolate cake, but once all the ingredients are thrown in front of them without a recipe, they really don't know how to make it, and not many people would. So in that sense, we're providing a blueprint, a roadmap, so to speak, on what to do. And then it's about filling in all the nuances, all the little things that make it actually work and make it sticky. It sticks up here for you, so you know when to use it and where to use it. And it does come with practice. So when you think about tech blowouts, debacles, so to speak, remember the Theranos company or Quibi's spectacular self-immolation in under 6 months, right? All of these things weren't exactly shining managerial moments or examples of leadership magic. The focusing solely on metrics, focusing solely on returns, focusing solely on milestones while ignoring the human element leaves you with a team of robots, so to speak. They are just there for themselves. They are not there to benefit the organization short-term or long-term. It is just looking out for themselves. And as experts in this field, as leaders who truly care about the organization and setting it up for a long-term operational excellence, whether the long-term, they might have an exit strategy of 3 or 5 years or 15, 20 years or beyond, that's your role as a leader. Your role as a leader is to build the others in your team that you're leading and also help your managers or your other leaders build themselves and shine as well, because that just benefits you in the long run. It really does. And the more that you think about that, and the more that you see that, the more that you'll see the results of your leadership. And you'll actually see the changes in not only yourself, but the people around you. They'll start seeing you as more of a person they can go to, more connected to you, and more willing to do and go the extra mile for you when needed. So with that being said, jump into some of the notes that we had for you here. And wanted to make sure that you understand that your thought process should be think increased productivity, skyrocketing innovation, and a workplace where people actually enjoy collaborating, right? Recent studies by Deloitte show that companies with strong emotional intelligence leadership enjoy 21% more higher profitability and 58% lower employee turnover. Think about that. 21% higher profitability and 58% lower employee turnover. What's that worth on a quantifiable basis? What's that worth? A lot. Each company is different on the valuation of that worth, but you can see the benefits right away. And it's like finding a magic money tree in your break room, except way cooler. So when we ditch the outdated playbook, we get away from management by results, for example. We get away from leadership that leads as I say and not what I do. We get away from the ethics, and we primarily get away from integrity. If we have the integrity, that alone can lead us in a better leadership and managerial decisions. So when we dive into this world of TTQL, we're going to transform the teams. You're going to watch your tech wizards turn into the innovation superheroes you've always known them to be and what they're meant to be. And hey, you might even get to ditch the spreadsheet warrior costume for good, or get out of the coding cubicle, or get out of what you've been primarily doing for the last couple of years because you've been stuck or stymied. So think about it from that perspective, right? Think about that perspective. Utilize the nuances in true integrity, emotionally based, innovative leadership that you'll learn here, and you'll find yourself in a position and a place where you never thought of before. More collaboration, great integration, and a place of work where you actually look forward to getting up on Monday morning to go to, and take that even to the next level. All right, this is Eddie Petrie. Catch us on the next video segment, and we'll jump into segment 1. Talk to you soon.